friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. If you're new here, I'm Monet. If you're not new here, welcome back, girl. And I have gotten so many questions about how vision boards actually work. What's the science behind them? What happens in the subconscious mind around them? And most of all, how do you make your vision board work for you so that all of the things that you put on there, all of those big dreams, become your inevitable reality? So we're going to dive into it today. Be sure to hit subscribe before you leave. And without further ado, let's talk about vision boards. So most videos that you see on the internet tell you if you want to start a vision board that you go on Pinterest first thing and find inspiration. And I do not agree with that step. The very first thing you want to do when you want to create a vision board, if you want that vision board to actually manifest and become an inevitable reality, is you want to sit down and get really clear on what your ideal life looks like. What is the entire picture? What kind of clothes do you wear? What's your environment? What's your job? Who are the people you spend time with? How do you spend your time? What are your hobbies? All of those things. You want to get clear on the life and the embodiment of the person that has that life before you ever start finding pictures on Pinterest. Now, if you are feeling really stuck with a vision, you might want to browse Pinterest a little bit, but what I find helps the absolute most to get really clear is I sit down, I play some music that makes me feel really good. That could be whatever you want. It doesn't have to be a meditation music. I like to listen to Megan Thee Stallion, Taylor Swift, like whatever gives me the good vibes. Sit down and picture your ideal day. And then you want to get out a journal or a piece of paper and you're going to go through your ideal day step by step, and you're going to be so specific with this. So the subconscious mind stores information using VAK, which is visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. So what do you see, what do you hear, and what do you feel? And that is how your subconscious mind categorizes things and sorts things out. So when you're trying to manifest, those are the three elements that are so important for your mind to really be clear on. So here's how you're going to write out your ideal day. You're going to start with, I wake up at whatever time, I open my eyes and I see fill in the blank. This is your ideal day. Dream big. Don't limit yourself here. So for example, when I'm journaling my ideal day, I wake up at 8 a.m. to a beautiful calming alarm. And the very first thing I see is my husband and our beautiful open bedroom. I sit up and I immediately grab my 5-minute journal. I write down my gratitude, and then my husband and I do a 15-minute meditation. Then I get up and I go into my big, beautiful closet and I pick out a matching 437 set in matcha green. I put it on and I walk downstairs into my kitchen. I have eggs, a cinnamon bagel with honey almond schmear, and a sausage for breakfast. I drink my matcha, and then I walk into my home gym and I go on a 12-3:30 hot girl walk, and then finish with 15 minutes of Pilates. I take a shower in my beautiful bathroom and I get dressed in a beautiful pair of linen pants and a square neck black top. I do my makeup, blah blah, whatever it is. I want you to go through your entire day step by step, getting as specific and clear and detailed as you possibly can. What are you wearing? What are you smelling? What do you eat? I do find it helps to make it a weekday or a day that you're working, because you also want to manifest happiness and peace and ease and fun into your workday. But go through and make sure you're specific on what you're wearing. You're probably not wearing the same thing to the gym, to work, to run errands, on a date, and to go to bed. So if all of those things are in your ideal day, you want to start talking about what you're wearing. And again, be as imaginative as you want to be. Talk about the things that make you feel good. If you're putting on an outfit for your workday, maybe you say, I put on a black square neck top and it makes me feel so confident because I love the way that my body looks in these square neck tops. If you're wearing a workout set, like how do you feel in this workout set? Do you feel powerful? Do you feel serene? Do you feel strong, like what are you feeling? And also smell is such an amazing way to really visualize things. I just worked with a client and we were going through her ideal day, and she was so specific, and I was so excited to hear about her day because when she was describing her office, she described her view from her desk, the color of the planner on her desk, how her workday was structured, and then she told me, and I have my soft cashmere candle lit on my desk and the whole room smells so delicious. And I loved that she had gotten so clear on her vision that she knew what the room smelled like as she was working. And so I started incorporating that as well because it evokes such a strong feeling. You know exactly what the vibe is when you know your favorite candle is burning. Maybe you have soft music playing in the background. Maybe you share an office with a best friend or a coworker. Get so specific and write out your ideal day from the moment your eyes open all the way to the moment your eyes close at the end of the day, and write down every single thing: what you're eating, where you're eating it, who you're with, how you spend your time, how much do you get paid. And then once you have a very clear vision of exactly what that ideal day is, that's when you go to Pinterest and you start finding your images for your vision board. But you're not just looking for the actual items. So if I want to be a girl that does Pilates, I'm not necessarily looking just at Pilates pictures, but you want to think about how each thing makes you feel, because when you're using your vision board, you aren't manifesting what you want. You're going to manifest how you're being. So what is the feeling or the being that you want to embody? What are the characteristics of the girl that has all of the things on your vision board and is fully embodying that life? Who is your higher self? And when you're picking out pictures, pick the pictures that make you feel like your higher self, that inspire that specific feeling. So for me right now, one of my big focuses is on getting my hormones balanced and losing weight and being my healthiest self, and also feeling the most confident I've ever felt in my body. In the past, I always would include a body that I thought was kind of my ideal body, and I would just Photoshop my face onto it. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I noticed that that picture didn't really make me feel anything. I was like, oh yeah, that's the body I would like to have, but it wasn't evoking a strong feeling. So this vision board, I put this girl, and she looks like she's just having a good time. She's down to business. She's just getting her walk in and putting herself first. And then I also put this picture. This girl is just sweating, and the reason I put that picture is one of the main focuses when I'm working out and on this journey that I really want to prioritize is taking care of myself and prioritizing the things that I know make me feel good, like my sauna blanket. So I wanted a picture of like that post sauna blanket feeling where you're sweaty and you just feel so good and so calm, and like your endorphins are going and you just feel all the good things. Pick the pictures that make you feel the way you want to feel. And then you do want to make it personal. So another goal of mine is to hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Oh, I put the YouTube plaque there, but I didn't just put any one. I photoshopped my name onto it. Trying to manifest anything like that, go ahead and make those images really specific to you. And another question that I got quite often is, should I make a digital vision board versus a paper vision board? My answer is both. I make mine on Canva. I just go in every year and type in vision board, pick the template that looks the nicest for me, and I set it as my screensaver on my computer, my lock screen on my phone, and then I have them printed at Walmart. It cost $2 to get an 8x10 printed. And I have a frame in my bathroom and in my bedroom, and this year I'm adding one to my office. And that way you are walking by this all the time. You are surrounded by the imagery of your highest self, and that is going to do so much to ingrain those images into your brain. So let's dive into, how do vision boards work? Why are they important? Our subconscious mind's prime directive is to keep us safe and conserve energy. And how it conserves energy is it looks for the path of least resistance. So it looks for what is most familiar to you and what you know that you can do successfully. And that's how it just keeps creating a pattern, creating a pattern, creating a pattern. That's why when you are not in the habit of, let's say, working out, then you feel so comfy on the couch. Yes, the couch is comfy, but what you're more so feeling is this pattern of your subconscious mind going, we know that we are safe and happy if we are sitting on the couch. So when I walk in the door, my first strategy that I elicit is to get in comfy clothes and walk to the couch. And that is why you'll find yourself doing that habitually. So how you actually become your highest self and make all of your dreams a reality is you have to change up what is the comfort zone of your subconscious mind. And vision boards are such a powerful way to do this. So the subconscious mind does not know the difference between real and imagined. So if you experience something in real life and it stores that memory, and then somebody tells you a story in such great detail that you feel like you were there, you're going to store that memory as well. So when you're making your vision board, if you are constantly visualizing and telling yourself the story of who you are as your higher self, again, we don't manifest what we want, we manifest how we're being. So you're telling yourself the story of who you are, and it is this amazing, incredible person who has all of these things on your vision board, who has the life of your absolute dreams, and you're telling it to yourself all the time, it starts to become really familiar, and your subconscious mind starts looking for the ways to make that stuff happen. So similarly to when you buy a red car, all you see is red cars. That is because you're stimulating your reticular activating system. Your reticular activating system looks for familiarity and looks for patterns that you recognize and that keep you safe. If I'm looking at my vision board and I'm constantly seeing me having this really successful business and I'm coaching these amazing women, I'm posting to YouTube, I'm building an amazing community, and that is what I look at in my bathroom, on my computer, in my bedroom, next to my desk, on my phone. So every time I use the bathroom, I take 1 extra minute, and your subconscious mind does not go on linear time, so it can take as short of time as you want. But I take the minute and I think through that ideal day, the whole thing. I just run through it as if it was a movie on fast forward in my head. When I sit at my desk and I start my computer, I look at the image and I run through that ideal day in my head. When I lay down in bed, I look at that image. It's the very first thing I see in the morning. It's the very last thing I see at night. And I run that story through my head. You're going to become so familiar with this version of you that the version of you that you are pre-vision board is going to feel like a different person. This is going to feel like your truth. And when that happens, your subconscious mind is going to easily elicit the strategies that make all of those things reality. So make the vision board, make sure it evokes feelings, and then make sure every single day, as often as you can, you're not just looking at it, but you're fully immersing yourself into the reality of you being the higher version of yourself that has all of these things, who has this life. And then to talk about the manifestation aspect of vision boards, if you have been following me on TikTok, you may have seen my series explaining all the universal laws. But in the law of attraction, we also are looking at the law of vibration. Every atom in our body is vibrating at a specific resonance or frequency. And when we are manifesting, again, we don't manifest what we want, we manifest how we're being. You're attracting things of like frequencies. You are attracting things that you're an energetic match to. So when you are living and embodying and making this your reality, you're going to start being an energetic match to all of these things. And when you're an energetic match to all of those things, then they easily and effortlessly come to you. That's where you hear, I don't chase, I attract. What's meant for me will simply find me. That's because you're radiating energy at the same frequency as those things. So when you're manifesting, and remember, you are always manifesting. Every minute of every day you are manifesting. Our internal world creates our external reality. Is when you're manifesting and you are embodying this higher version of yourself. You wake up and maybe you feel like laying in bed for an extra 45 minutes, but you know your highest self is a girlie that gets up and has enough time to eat her breakfast and not feel rushed, enough time to maybe do a hot girl walk or do her workout, not feel rushed, enough time to do her journaling and gratitude and feel like she has the time and presence to do so, then it's not even going to feel natural to you to stay in the bed, because that's not who you are anymore. That's somebody else. And that doesn't mean you never, ever, ever do it, but it means that that does not feel like your habit anymore. It feels like a habit of another person who you used to know, because you're no longer that person. So when you're embodying this, it makes all of the things on your vision board, no matter what they are, become so much easier and so effortless to bring into your life. And my very last step of manifesting my dream life and creating a vision board that actually works, that I really haven't heard very many people talk about, but if you do this, I am telling you, you're going to change your actual life. You're going to start living in your dream reality. So what I want you to do is open the Voice Memos app on your phone and read through your ideal day. Read all the way through it, being as specific as you can. And when you're talking about this, I want you to say, Monet, I invite you to step into life as your highest self. You wake up in the morning and you see this. Blah, 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 blah. You're talking about the person who has all of these things. And you're going to record the whole thing. And then for the next 30 days, every night, right as you're falling asleep, I want you to play back that recording. And it's totally fine if you fall asleep while it's playing. What that's going to do is give your subconscious mind a command in your own voice, in the voice it's most familiar with, of exactly who you are, how you live, how you embody all of the characteristics that are true to you, how you've manifested this dream life, how you are a person who aligns energetically with everything you want. And you're going to listen to that for 30 days and notice what comes up. Notice all of the inspiration. You might wake up with a big new business idea that gives you everything and more that you had in your financial goals. You might wake up with a totally new perspective on dating, and you know exactly what to do to attract the partner of your dreams. So you could experience so many different things, but why that is because your critical faculty, the part of your mind, the conscious you that comes up with excuses, arguments, and doubt, is asleep. But your subconscious mind is always there. It's always listening, and you're giving it the direct commands of exactly who you are as your highest self. And when you wake up, those commands are going to be so embedded in your mind that they're going to be easy and effortless to bring into fruition. And then if you want to take this one step further, which this is going to change your life. If you do these 4 steps, your life is going to pivot. But if you wanted to take this one step further and make it even more easy and effortless and quick to manifest your dream life, you can work with a mindset coach like myself. There's so many mindset coaches. Go on TikTok, type in mindset coach. You're going to find somebody that resonates with you. And it's so important that your mindset coach feels like somebody that really resonates with you, that could be your best friend, because you want to have that trust with them so you can be open and honest. And with a mindset coach, you can create an achievable outcomes plan. I do these with my clients all the time. We start at the end date of their goal. So if you're making a vision board, I make mine quarterly. But if you're making a vision board, let's say it's for the entire year of 2024, you're going to make an action plan that ends on December 31st, 2024. And you're going to talk about what big things in December do I need to do to be the person that has all of these things. November, October, all the way back. And the closer and closer you get, the more specific you're going to get, so that you then end up with an action plan that tells you exactly the steps you're taking next week to be that girl, or the exact steps you're going to take tomorrow to start being that girl. It's going to be massively helpful. And then you want to make sure your mindset coach is trained in hypnosis, and you can ask them to create a hypnosis for you. Much of what you're doing when you're listening to that voice note is a hypnotic way of giving your subconscious mind instructions. However, when you work with somebody who's trained in hypnosis, they can take you even deeper into the deepest level of relaxation that you've ever known. And that is when your mind is most open to your higher self, and you're able to connect with your higher self and learn all the learnings that you need to create this an incredible dream life, make it an inevitable reality, and bring it into fruition faster, easier, and with less effort than ever before. So if you would like to work with me in that capacity, the link to my calendar is always in the description box below. If you are looking for another coach, then I highly recommend going on TikTok, putting mindset coach, find somebody you really resonate with. And of course, if you want to learn more about the subconscious mind, manifestation, and using science and intuition to make your dream life inevitable, be sure to hit subscribe before you leave. Follow me on TikTok. I post almost every day there. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Remember, you are wonderful, wise, and all the good things. And until next time, I will see you next time. Bye, guys.